Hi there. I'm sitting out in my little backwoods camp. I don't know, probably 200 yards from the house or so, but I'm out in my backwoods. I've been playing around with my GI pup tent. Just playing with a couple different configurations. I picked it up probably right around Thanksgiving time. But getting a chance to drag it out, I've got some silicone spray that I'm gonna waterproof it with while I'm out here in the sun, and just playing around. It's a good day to get out. Most of my weekends have been rainy here lately, so I realize it's been quite some time since I've done a Canteen Cup Tuesday, and it is lunchtime for me. So that's what I'm going to do today. Got a couple things I want to try out. I got a new little grill from, I don't know who it's from. Oh, Expedition Research, just a bushcraft grill. It was a 2-grill set. The other one I'm keeping inside my little haversack to go along with my little twig stove. And my little Canteen Cup meal is nothing special at all, just something I just threw together while I could drag out here easily. I'm just going to do some Knorr Sides, the garlic creamy shells, and I'm going to cook over top of the fire a few Spam steaks, the black pepper kind. Probably dice it up and mix it all together as one meal. But anyhow, that's all I plan on doing. Done, like I said, quite some time since I've done a Canteen Cup Tuesday, and thought while I was out here playing around I'd do one. So let me get my fire a little bit better off, and then I'll get back with you for cooking this meal. Yep. So here's a quick look at my GI pup tent. All I did to it was, well, I didn't do anything to it, but I set it up with the one half opened up, and that's, you know, if I wanted to put it back in tent form, I could drop my trekking poles and just let it go back and be a tent. But I got it kind of set up this way just for playing around today. It gives me quite a bit of room. And if I was going to leave it up on a permanent basis, I'd pull the center up a little bit tighter so it doesn't pool water if it ever were to rain. Get you quite a bit of room out of the sun and still some protection from wind, and a good little lean-to type of tent. So that's what I'm kind of playing with for right now. Okay, according to the pasta instructions, I'm supposed to bring 1.5 cups of water and 1/2 cup of milk to a boil. Oh, with some optional butter. So what I've done is 2 cups of water, a little bit of butter. I'm going to tell you, maybe, you know, one of them little squares when you cut it off, and some milk powder. So that's the way I'm hoping to do this. Not sure on the amount, but it's really not going to matter. Okay. I want to save that because I am not going to eat all that Spam. I mean, I could, but I'm not, because dinner's only a couple hours away too. Let me give it. There we go. Got a good stir, and it's got to be tight on the room for the pasta, isn't it? Okay, so we'll bring that to a small boil. Not quite a boil. What I'm going to do, I think, though, is try to fit all this in that little space. Oh yeah. Alright, and then move this back over here a little bit so it can more or less simmer. Perfect. And I got more or less half of the Spam, so I cut them up into little steaks. And let's kind of cook them there like that. This rest here I'll just put back in that little Ziploc baggie and bring back into the house. But my goal is going to be, depending on how much the pasta swells inside the canteen cup, is to then cut these up in little squares, mix it all together, and just have a meal that way. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to pull my little Spam steaks, put them off to the side, cube them up. The one got a little toasty, but it's just the surface char on it, and it's not going to hurt anything real much. But I don't want to leave it there too long, so I'm going to pull them off and then tend to my pasta. And the pasta is really just about done. It's a little soupy still, but the pasta itself is done. I probably could have just went, ooh, run away. I probably just could have went with the 1.5 cups of liquid, but it did say 2, so anyhow, I am going to just let that sit there for a second and then cut up my little Spam steaks. Cut them up. Gotta quit trying to cut the fork. There's crispy Charlie there. But see, it's just on the surface. just a very quick few more seconds on the heat, just to heat the meat back up. Whew. Let me tell you, anything more would not have fit in the cup, but it thickened up good. Doesn't look as soupy as it once did. Let's see how you can see this. Let's see here. How's that look to you? Oh, I can tell you it's hot. That wasn't very smart. The pepper and the Spam kind of adds extra to the seasoning, which otherwise is pretty plain. But you know, it's not supposed to be a fancy meal. It's, again, just something you can throw in your pack and prepare very quickly with very little tools or effort. So that's what I was intending for this, and I think it's going to be quite filling for me. It's pretty tasty. It's very hot. So I think my little Expedition Research grill, I think I'm going to enjoy that. It's pretty small, easy to pack. I'm going to finish playing around with my GI tent and finish spraying it down. Let that dry in the sun the rest of the afternoon before packing it back up. And well, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for another Canteen Cup Tuesday. And we'll see you next time.